Yo, so we back with another one. Blue is our city, Manchester City fan channel. Checking in. It's been a few days with you guys. So as you know, I'm new to this channel. I'm building this channel out by myself, but I'm a passionate Manchester City fan, and I'm trying to get some engagement from the community. And I appreciate any feedback and all the views that you guys have been showing me, all the love that you guys have been showing me. So once again, this is Blue is our city, Manchester City fan channel. And let's talk about it, man. We got to get into it. What is this title about? The title is about Pep Guardiola. It is time to deliver that knockout blow. We got the Derby Day match coming up against those guys over there, the red part of the city. So we got to deal with them on Saturday. But it's going to be a big matchup. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. But before we get into that, what do we have to do? We got to start by doing something that we should do, you know? Let's thank this man right here, Mr. Angelino. Like, without Mr. Angelino, kind of sending them home, and oh man, it just felt so good to see that them goals against United for Angelino. And I think even Angelino's credit, I think one of the pressers asked him, one of the guys in the press rooms, they said, Angelino, tell me about your experience yesterday. He said something like, man, it was really fun playing against them, especially against those guys. So I'm just thankful that Mr. Angelino sent them on their way. They going down to that other cup, and I know our history. So I'm not going to dig into them too bad. But they just experienced that loss, and what do we need to do? We need to pile it on. You know what I mean? They're feeling that pain from yesterday. They feeling all the pain from Pogba. But we need to go in there, especially in the league, and deliver a knockout blow directly to Manchester United to show them, we know what time it is. And right now, we really want to put our momentum, our form going into the big boys again and try to, ramp up and see what we can do. So we're going to talk about that also in the show today. We got to talk about the Champions League review. You know what I mean? We got to talk about the Champions League review. With your thoughts about the game, feel free to let me know how you guys thought. But, let's talk about it. It was the Champions League win, and it was us versus Marseille, man. 3-0 win. What can I really say about this match? The only thing I think I could really say about this match is that I was a little shocked. And, I think some City fans were really shocked about this match. And what do I mean by being shocked? I mean, the starting lineup, bro. Like, the starting lineup kind of shocked me a little bit. Let's kind of look at that and see what shockers are really in there. Zach Steffen in goal, I figured that. I definitely guessed Kyle Walker was going to play because we haven't seen Kyle Walker in about 2 weeks. Garcia started. I don't know why he started Garcia. That's just neither here nor there. Laporte started Ake. We'll talk about Ake. Ferner's in there. So Bernardo's in there. Torres is in there. Foden's in there. Let me tell you what really shocked me about this. And when I looked at this, I said to myself, A, why is Garcia playing? B, I was definitely shocked to see Mahrez starting in this game. I was so shocked to see Mahrez starting in this game. And why do I say that? Is that he talked about, kind of leading up to the press conferences, who he was going to play in this match. As most City fans, as us, anybody who watches this channel, you a fan of, watching the Champions League, but something about where we're at in the table as far as the Champions League. We knew we already had this group stage wrapped up. So I think most City fans was going to see if Guardiola was going to rotate, but rotate to the point to where we maybe was going to see the youth. So we're going to talk about that in today's show. But, kind of getting back to the starter lineup, I did not expect to see Mahrez starting in this game. I was unfathomable. And that's the one thing about Guardiola. If you're a Manchester City fan or you follow him from his days at, Barca or maybe his days in Munich, but, I said to myself, like, I can never guess Pep Guardiola's I can never guess the starting lineup with this guy. Like, you could put money on this guy's starting lineup, and you will never guess Pep Guardiola's starting lineup. I know nobody has guessed it correctly. The only people I guessed correctly is I figured Foden was going to play. I figured Bernardo was going to play. I figured Ferner was going to play. But, really seeing Walker out there kind of, shocked some people. I wasn't as shocked about that. But the question I got to ask is, what happened to Zinchenko? Like, I did like what Ake did, but I think we might be seeing Zinchenko's last days at Manchester City, because for him not to play, and I thought that maybe Guardiola was going to try to do something a little bit different and not start Garcia. Maybe I thought I was going to see, like, Ake and Laporte in their center back combo, but for him to put Garcia in there and Zinchenko not get the opportunity, and Zinchenko might be hurt. I don't know. I haven't heard any news on that, but I was definitely shocked that Zinchenko didn't get a chance to play today. So, maybe his days are numbered at Manchester City. Torres was playing. I really didn't think Torres was going to play. I really thought we was going to see some of the youth. And, kind of while we're talking about that, let's kind of talk about some of these youth players. And, did you as a Manchester City fan want to see the youth? Let's see. I'm trying this thing out. Yo, that's crazy. What's crazy about that, bro? What's crazy about that, man? I'm telling you the truth, bro. I really thought he was going to switch up with the lineup. But let's talk about, Pep Guardiola not really playing the youth, bro. Like, I don't know why this man refused to play the youth. We already had this group wrapped up. And I think that this is Manchester City's most ever points that we have had in a group stage. So I think we ended up with 16 points, something like that. Most ever. Doesn't really matter to me. I don't care about this point. I think I'm a passionate Manchester City fan. If you guys are Manchester City fans out there, the only thing we really care about is, can you make it past the quarterfinals? That's the only thing we care about. This game right here, I'm telling you, I didn't really care about it. And what I mean by that is I really wanted to see the youth. I thought he was going to play, Felix Nemecha, Tommy Doyle, or, Cole Palmer. I figured Zach Steffens would get a go in this game, and that was correct. But for Guardiola, and this is something we really need to accept as City fans, and it might be hard to really accept, but he might not be playing the youth that much, man. He's got this mentality that he seems to be kicking on right now where the best players are going to play. The people who perform best are going to be able to play. And one thing you are seeing with Manchester City is that our squad is a little, I wouldn't say top heavy, but a lot of people that are in our reserves on the first team, them guys, people like Bernardo, people like Gundogan, even Ferner to a certain extent. Ferner loves this club, but he probably wants to still play first team football. And we're seeing that with this team now, is that there might not be opportunities for the youth that much, man, because I'm shocked, especially after we got the first goal today. After Torres scored the first goal, I'm thinking that maybe this might be a chance to bring on the players, bring on, he already had four youth members on the team today that he could have threw in there, didn't play them. Then we get the second goal in the 72nd minute from Sergio Aguero. So I'm saying to myself, bro, this is an opportunity to play the kids. So I'm not criticizing Guardiola. I think that as Manchester City fans, we really have to accept that's just the direction he's moving in, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's going to be hard for us to see these young kids. I mean, we spoke the other day, or I'm reading the comments about Taylor Howard-Bellis, and he re-signed the deal. We signed him to an extension for 2024, and then he didn't even have an opportunity. So I'm a little shocked by that, but it is what it is. But we did get the win. And who's your man of the match? If you watched the match or you watching this video, you a City fan, you saw the match, let me know who was your man of the match. I'm gonna tell you who I thought my man of the match was. It was Nathan Ake. I was shocked by him. Now, this is going to kind of lead into the Manchester derby, and it's really a question of who is going to play left back for us, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm thinking to myself, Nathan Ake looked good today. He had positions to where offensively I'm not expecting as much as Mendy, but Mendy, as we know, like, he's not the best defensively sometimes, and Ake did a remarkable job to where he was chasing down balls. He was not letting the offensive players on the right wing get the ball into the box. He was stopping crosses. He was blocking everything, and he even had times to where he was beat, but then he was able to catch up and still knock the ball out of bounds. So I'm really proud of him that he was able to do that. But it raises the question, who's going to play on Saturday, bro? But I don't know. I think Nathan Ake showed today he gave Pep Guardiola a little something to think about, because going into this game, I was 100% sure that Mendy was going to start on Saturday. Now I'm like 50-50. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Another person we need to talk about today, he played today, and I think he had moments in the game that he was good, and he had moments in the game that he wasn't. And really what I want to talk about is I want to talk about where we are at with Phil Foden right now. And Phil Foden's in a tricky position, in my opinion. The reason why is if you don't know and you're just finding out about this information, Pep Guardiola was asked in the press conference leading up to the Marseille game, was we expecting going to see more of Phil Foden? He alluded to it, and he basically made reference to Phil Foden in the sense that Phil Foden, for the foreseeable future, or at least right now, he sees him more as a forward player. Now, that's Pep Guardiola's thinking. He sees him as a forward player. Now, also in the same, interview, or the same, Q&A session, he basically said he sees him as a forward right now, and as Phil's body develops, he will decide to drop him back into more of those he used the word defensive, and I'm saying to myself, why are you not just talking about a cam position or maybe a proper box to box role? He said maybe more in those defensive positions, and this kind of alludes to what a lot of other City fans have been thinking in their minds, because a lot of City fans are saying to themselves, bro, why is he not playing Foden? Why is he not playing Foden? The reason why he's not playing Foden is because he does not believe that Phil Foden is strong enough to go up against Liverpool, to go up against Tottenham, to go up against Chelsea. Now, to play him against, Burnley, and no disrespect to those other teams, and I don't personally agree with this. Like, I want to see Phil Foden, be like a more of a cam position. I don't see him as a box to box. I agree with Guardiola in that sense. He's a little small, and even though he's getting stronger, his body is just not ready to take on people like Højbjerg and Sissoko, and maybe so to deal with Henderson and people like that. And he doesn't have that body type. But do I firmly believe that he's a winger? And that's what I really want to talk about, is more so about how you guys feel. And if you guys feel differently out there in the chat, yo, bro, let me know. But I know one thing. I don't see Phil Foden as a winger. I've always thought that Phil Foden was a cam, like a center attacking midfielder. Now, one thing we know about Foden, he can create. It is tough to play him and De Bruyne together in the same team, in my personal opinion, all the time, because they do things similar. But one thing we know about Foden, he does have a knack for goal. He can create, but I don't see him as a winger. And I think Guardiola is saying this thing that he doesn't see him as a midfielder right now. He wants to put him in this winger position. But then you watch the match today, bro. What happened? What happened? Like, all of a sudden, Foden's playing on the wing. He's playing left wing, and we saw that today. Did he have the best match out there in the first half? No, he didn't. No, he did not. But he wasn't horrible. But then he drops him in the midfield. And I'm like, Pep, bro, I know. I watch these press conferences, and I'm like, okay, even I would be annoyed at some of these questions, because they're very simple questions. Like, yo, Pep, when you going to play the youth? What are you going to do with, Foden? He gets asked these questions all the time. And you can see the man, like, basically about to go to sleep in the Q&A session. But the thing about it is, for me, it's like, don't go out there and tell these people that you see Foden as a forward. Then, okay, he's not playing well in that forward role, but you need him for the pressing. So then you drop him back in midfield. And I was like, Guardiola, you just really making people ask these questions of you. So I don't know. I think that City fans out there, please, like I said, shout out there. Let me know. Let me know if you guys feel differently. But I know I don't want to see him as a winger, and I will accept seeing him as a winger, because we might want to see Foden out there on the pitch. But ideally, I don't think Foden is a winger. I think he's more of a cam position, and we need to play him there. But I don't think Guardiola does himself any favors when you are in the press conference leading up to the Marseille game, and they're asking you about Phil Foden. You say that you see him as a forward right now because of his stature. Maybe he's not ready to take on some of the bigger upper tier squads right now because of his body mass. But don't go put him in a center mid position when it's not going well in the first half. So I don't think Guardiola did himself any favors with that. So he could probably expect to have those questions be thrown right back in his face. So I don't think he did anything. All right, enough of all of that. What are we talking about? We talking about Derby Day. And is there any team out there that I just want to smash right now? It is these guys that we share the same city with. And the reason why I want to share them in and shout them out is I want to continue that pain that they felt last night from Mr. Angelino. I want to continue all of that pain that they felt last night. So, and then, let's be honest about something. They beat us twice last year. If you forgot about what happened last year, there's something you need to know. And the main things you need to know is this. We lost twice to them last year in the league. They beat us both times. The first time they beat us was in this same time of year last year, where I think Martial that might score a goal. Edison did something. I don't know, bro. But like, it was so disappointing. They did the double over us last year in the league. And right now, I just want to see that Pep Guardiola and this new attitude, this newfound energy that he's got. He's learned his lessons. He is not going to allow them to beat us like he did last year. I don't care that there are other Manchester City fans that want to, talk about that, that EFL Cup win that we had versus them. I don't care about that. I care about they did the double over us in the league, and I want to get some sweet revenge. That's the only thing I want to see right now. So what do we really want to see in this Derby day? At the end of the day, I want to see the team work hard, but I want to see that, Pep is really going out there. So the question is, who earned themselves a starting spot for the Manchester Derby? After their performance today, after everybody who's been playing well, I'm just going to get it off the bat so that way you guys know. So let me just point this out, because this is somebody who I don't have a lot of gripe against him, but people may think I have a feeling against him. I don't want to see this man. I don't want to see this man. It is not about I'm hating on Riyad Mahrez. I like Riyad Mahrez, but I just don't think playing against United do I want to see Riyad Mahrez. My personal opinion is I want to see Sterling on the left, and I want to see this man on the right. I don't even think he had the best of games today. But one thing we are finding out about Manchester City fans is that about Mr. Torres is that he has a knack for goal. He has a knack for goal. Now, in the Premier League, what we have consistently seen is that Pep Guardiola will play Torres, but around the 60 to 65 minute mark, he starts to get tired. And then that's where Pep Guardiola can put Riyad Mahrez in that position to be that difference maker. We know Kevin is getting in that starting lineup, so no questions about that. I definitely want to see Walker. I think Walker did enough. If you feel differently and you want to see Cancelo out there right back, please in the comments let me know. Other City fans out there, if you watching me on YouTube, you watching me on Twitter, you watching me on whatever channel, on Twitch, whatever have you, feel free to let me know. But I know one thing, I want to see Walker out there. I think Walker over Cancelo. He looked fast out there. Kyle Walker always got that awesome speed, but he was doing this thing out there. He even had a shot to where it was directly at the keeper, but it had some power on it. He's letting you know he was making those runs too. There were times that Mahrez didn't even give him the ball when he was overlapping. So Kyle Walker, he showed that he got that energy. So hopefully I want to see him, but bring me on to one person right now. And Edison has been performing well this year. Edison has been performing well. But the one thing I know about Edison is Edison basically cost us those 2 games last year that we lost against Manchester United last year. I don't know what the hell he was thinking about. One goal was just Marseille, and he should have stopped it. I think it was near post, and he could have got it. He didn't get it. Then the next time, it was an open goal, and McTominay shoots from damn near half the field, and it goes in, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Even in the earlier match, there was a shot opportunity to where that got by him at his near post, in that game. So Edison has to be laser focused. He has to continue that focus because he basically gave us 3 goals last year in this Manchester Derby. So he got to be on his game. Up front, Sergio Aguero. I know people saw Sergio Aguero score today, but Aguero's not fit yet. I would love to see him come on at the game, but starting, no. He's not ready to start yet, in my opinion. He is just not ready to start yet. So ideally, I think we'll see Gabriel Jesus go. But those are people, and I don't know what Pep's going to do. And other City fans out there, if you watch it, I don't know who's going to play left back. I really don't. I thought that going into that match, we were definitely going to see Nathan Ake, but we're not going to see Nathan Ake. I really think it's going to be Mendy. But it'd be interesting to see who Pep Guardiola decides to pick in that match. So really, that's what I want to really see. And brings me on to this point. Is the Derby a must-win for us? Yes. I don't care what anybody else tells you. This is a must-win. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it gives us an opportunity. They're right now ahead of us. I think we have 18 points. They have 19 points. We might be in 7th position, 6th or 7th. They're in whatever, 1 spot above us. But at the end of the day, I want that sweet revenge from last year because, like I said, they did the double over us last year. They know that they're going to come in there with that counterattack crap. I don't know if Martial's going to be playing. I don't know if Edison Cavani's going to be playing. I don't care who they have fit because last year they beat us without Pogba. They beat us without a lot of people. And Fred is going to be in there roaming around trying to give us havoc. So the only thing I want to see from Guardiola is that Guardiola has learned lessons from last year. And also he's learned lessons from Tottenham of this year. If you watch the Tottenham game, we got smacked on the counterattack. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer yesterday against Leipzig played basically 6 or 7 people at the back, bro. So the same thing is going to happen again. And one thing we have to do is Guardiola has to eliminate the counterattack. Don't give them no opportunity for the counterattack. Also, to try to eliminate balls in the box because we know that they're going to try to score from set pieces. And if we could just limit Bruno Fernandes in some kind of way, I think we'll be all right in this game, but we need to show that A, we have learned our lessons from them beating us last year. One, we have already learned our lessons from getting attacked on the counter attack this year via Tottenham. So this is a real big test for us because right now, if you really look at it, Wolves kind of did the number on us last year. And, Wolves had our number for a little bit, but we showed in the first game of this season, beating them 3-1, that, okay, we was able to make some adjustments. Tottenham kind of caught us by surprise. Leicester, whatever. I don't even want to talk about Leicester because we lost so bad to them. But, that is what it is for Leicester. What other tests have we had? Arsenal, I'm not going to say Arsenal was a real test for us. And not kind of downplaying Arsenal. It's just Arsenal's not in the same place that we are right now as far as talent. So that's just where we at. But we lost against Tottenham. We should have beat Liverpool. I don't care what nobody says. We should have beat Liverpool, but we did enough in that match to win. So when you look at this test versus United, this is going to be a big test for us, and that's the reason why it's a must-win. Is it's okay if we did it against Burnley and we doing it against teams like that and Fulham as momentum builders. But when we build that momentum, we need to show that we have been progressing to beat teams like United because we know that we have Chelsea coming up. And that is why this is a must win. I don't care what we're doing versus other teams that are not in the same position against us. And yes, we have to win all of our games. I'm not trying to hate on those other teams or be disrespectful in the other way. But it's saying that, we need to start beating the big teams, putting a run to form together in the Premier League to show that, we're not out of the picture. Because if you look, and I'm over here in the United States, so I watch from the United States. Shout out to wherever you guys may be watching me from. Let me know in the comments where you guys are watching me from. But, over here in the States, everybody is talking about, it's going to be Tottenham as favorites to win the league, or it might be Liverpool. Is it a 2-horse race and all this nonsense, bro? We got a game in hand, just like United have a game in hand. But we need to use that wisely, and it starts with winning this game on Saturday. So, bro, I went live earlier than what I expected, but, if you out there, you watching me, you like the content, feel free to like the video, share the video, or get at me in the comments, bro. It's Blue is Our City, Manchester City fan channel. I'm down to talk, soccer. If you're a fan of another team, I'm down with the banner, bro. So let me know what it is, but I'll definitely see you guys. I'm hoping to do a watch along for the Derby game on Saturday. It'd be my first watch along, so I'm thinking about doing it. I'll definitely let you guys know. But until then, peace, and thank you guys for watching my videos. Peace.